Hello friends, today we will discuss the importance of mountains for wildlife and biodiversity. Threats to mountains and conservation. Mountains are the beautiful part of our land. Mountains can be seen at 27% of land in the world. 85% of land biodiversity is the part of mountains. Mountains provide the ideal ecosystem for wildlife and biodiversity. Mountains ecosystems provide us a huge list of treasures, for instance, wood, mushrooms, fodder, fruits, dairy products, fabrics, shelter for biodiversity and wildlife, favorable temperature, crops and vegetations. Mountains are the source of tourism attraction, have aesthetic values, and are the source of protection, peace, and pleasure. The northern mountain barrier influences the precipitation pattern in Pakistan by intercepting monsoon rain-bearing winds from the south. Snow and glacier melting water from the mountains also feed the Indus River, which is the only source of fresh water for wildlife and biodiversity from north towards south of Pakistan. Mountains also provide us the natural minerals and many other natural treasures. Mountains are considered a scale to measure the health of biodiversity hotspots of a geographic region. We celebrate the Mountains Day, 11th of December of each year, to realize the importance of mountains. Elevation level of mountains give rise to the specific type of biodiversity. The mountain's elevation decides the flow of water, presence and survival of wildlife and biodiversity. Most famous mountain ranges like Himalaya, Karakoram, Hindu Kush, Salt Range, Salman Range, Rasko Range, Central Brohi Range, Central Makran Range, and Kirthra Range are the natural beauty of Pakistan. And specific region give rise to specific biodiversity at different elevations. More than 35,000 of plant species are only found in Himalaya Hindu Kush ranges, and 200 plus species of animals live here to survive better. Each year, the new species are going to be discovered. Salt Range is the home of more than 330 plus species of birds, including 160 plus passerine and 160 plus non-passerine species of birds. Approximately more than 10 species of mammals, including jackal, wild boar, Punjab oriole, chinkara deer, Indian pangolin, wild hare, hedgehog, wild cat, diversity of bats, and many types of reptiles and amphibian species diversity is adding in the beauty of Salt Range. Salt Range represents an open book of geology with richly fossiliferous stratified rocks. Salt Range belongs to the earliest geologic age known as Precambrian era. Name is derived from its extensive deposits of rock salt. Salt Range is the diversified biodiversity hotspot in Punjab. Mountains provide the sustainable habitat to the biodiversity and wildlife. Mountains also purify the water and provide us the fresh water for survival. Mountains also make the soil fertile by providing sediments through flowing water. At higher altitude, the climate becomes more reasonable and green mountains become the source of rain, which is suitable for wildlife and biodiversity. Human activities and the climatic changes are the harmful source for mountains ecosystem degradation. We are using mountains and its biodiversity very fastly. Degradation in habitat is the source of degradation of biodiversity. Mountain degradation is being done in the form of deforestation, fragmentation, urbanization, land leasing, industrialization, mines formation, illegal trade of biodiversity, anthropogenic activities, stone crushing, land use in agriculture, overgrazing in mountains biodiversity regions, or food competition, forest fire at mountains, and a lot of threats are degrading the mountains ecosystems. The endangered species list of Pakistan is getting large each year due to mountain ecosystem degradation. Punjab Oriole, Indian pangolin, Kashmir markhor, Balochistan jerboa, woolly flying squirrel, many pheasants and a large list of plants and animals in the mountains are endangered due to mountain degradation. Margla Hills are the source of pleasure and is the treasure of biodiversity beauty and richness. Ecosystem diversity, passerine birds diversity, leopard range, diversity of plants and animals makes this ecosystem unique at all. Northern areas mountains are at higher elevation and have treasure for snow leopard and other temperature-based biodiversity. We will have to understand the importance of mountains. Mountains conservation is important for the survival of mountains biodiversity. We will have to introduce the plant species which have historic backgrounds in specific areas. Strict laws and community awareness will play an important role in the mountains and biodiversity conservation. We have also need to locate and declare the new areas as national parks, nature reserves, and wildlife sanctuaries for mountains and biodiversity conservation. Save mountains for sustainable biodiversity conservation.